All right, guys. There was one thing I forgot to check in our stats. It was actually Justin Schultz to see how he's doing. We haven't really followed up with him at all. And, he's one of our superstars of the future. So let's take a look at Justin Schultz. He's at 26 points. That's great for a defenseman. Let's take a look at see where he falls in the league. Oops, I was in the right spot. See where he falls in the league for defensemen in terms of points. I'm sure he's not first. I'm sure he's nowhere near that. Let's take a look at defenseman. Okay, he's our highest scoring defenseman, and he's playing the second line, so that's really good. Let's see, NHL, where are you? In the entire NHL. He's probably up there. I mean, he's not far. I mean, you got Jamie McMahon up there, and like the typicals like Eric Carlson and Wisnowski, Mike Green. But he's not far down there, for a rookie defense. Well, he's really a rookie defenseman. 26 points, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, he's got more than Chris Pronger, Drew Doughty, Duncan Keith, like elite players. So let's push forward here. Now that we know that Justin Schultz is doing really well, we'll push forward to March 1st, and then we'll do the trade deadline. I mean, like I said, I don't think we're going to be making any trades at the trade deadline. Because we're just a team looking to, we're just looking to make it through this season and develop our players a little bit better, We're not looking to make a huge impact. And even if we do make it to the playoffs, we wouldn't probably see past the first round anyway. I'd rather see the spot go to somebody that could make it past the first round. But, you know what? You never know until you're there, right? You never know if you're going to make it past the first round unless you're actually in the playoffs. So, we'll try to make that push here. We'll try our best. There's only so much you can do with a team like this. We haven't lost a point in a few games now. I'm going to speak and it's going to happen. Oh, never mind. All right, scouting assignment. We'll send him out again. What do we got here? We scouted the goalie. So let's take a look at that goalie. Where was that? So he's a 4.5-star goalie, but we don't need a goalie, right? We don't need the goalie. If he was a 5-star, we might go for him, but we don't need him. Let's check forwards elsewhere in the world. See if there's anybody else that stands out. Nobody. Okay, so defenseman. Anybody else in the world? Oh, there you got Morrissey. Anybody else that's going to be a... Yeah, you know what? That's pretty much it. We'll scout here for a month. Update Varga. See what kind of information we can get on him. Let's go through to March 1st. They wanted how many wins out of us? Was it 33 or 38? I think it was 33 wins. I think. I could be totally wrong with that, but I think it was 33 wins. Oh, there's a loss. That was the first one where we actually didn't get a point in like 5 or 6 games, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good numbers you're putting up for a team that wasn't supposed to make the playoffs, right? We shut out the defending Stanley Cup champions. Shut them out, yeah. I think it was 33. I want to say 33. I know, I dwell on the weirdest things like that. I focus on that. Oh, I don't know. I think it's the lack of hockey, real hockey. It gets to my head. I think if I had my hockey, there would be equilibrium in my brain. But I'm so deprived right now. I don't know if you guys have been watching any of the highlights of the AHL, but I don't know what the hell is going on with these cameras. Like, what kind of an age are we living in where it looks like I'm watching a cassette tape, where I have to adjust the tracking on my television? It's ridiculous. It's such bad quality. It should be HD. I don't understand. It's terrible. It's terrible. It drives me crazy. But I'll still watch those shitty ass streams over nothing. So desperate I am for hockey. So we're still in 6th, and we got a 3-point lead on Columbus. I don't understand, guys. I don't know what to do. Just keep doing this, I guess. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing so well. Colorado's still in last. New York's down there too. Where's New Jersey? Yeah, they're down there as well. But the Oilers, they've come back, I tell you. Goals, we're 3 off. The gap for assists is kind of widening a bit there. And Dubnyk leads most wins, but he won't win anything else. That's what happens when you force your goalie. We're just taking advantage of poor Dubnyk. He's probably so exhausted, but he's pulling through like a champ. All right. Do you want to check our stats? Let's check our stats now because our team's actually doing pretty good. I'm not touching the lines because you don't. If it ain't broke, it ain't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right? It ain't broke. All right. So Eberle 48 points, Hall at 44. Look at Yakupov. Holy shit, 40 points on the third line. God damn. Now I know he's playing sheltered minutes, but look at his goals. That's fantastic. That's a great player. Holy shit. He's got more points than Nugent Hopkins. Justin Schultz at 34 points. Like, let's see where he is in the league. Where he is in terms of points in the league, or in points for defensemen. You got to compare apples to apples, right? Unless you're like Paul Coffey, where you are the apple and the orange. You're that good. Put up so many points. It's crazy how many points that guy's put up. He's not quite up there in the top 10 yet. No, he is 13? He's 13th. But he's tied with 11th. So he's tied for 11th with that one. That's pretty good. There we go. Wow, he can get in there. I mean, you got Jamie McBain still leading the way. But he has how many goals? 10 goals. Like, that's pretty good for a defenseman. The only one that has more is Erik Karlsson. And Erik Karlsson, everybody knows, is like, right now anyway, he's the elite defenseman in terms of goal scoring. I mean, he won the Norris, right? So let's sim up to the trade deadline. We're not going to make a trade. I'm not pushing anything. I'm not wasting anything on this. We actually, I don't want to jinx it, but I think we're going to make the playoffs. Like I said, I don't want to jinx it. Now, we have to beat Columbus because they're nipping at our heels here. So a win against Columbus would be very helpful. There's a win against Columbus. Holy shit. Okay, I know the trade deadline is upon us. I don't want to make a trade. We'll pop into the trade negotiations because I want to see if something does surface that would benefit our team. I'm not going to turn it down if it's worth it, right? No, we don't care about that. See, don't care about that. See, I think for the future, I see Jeff Petrie and Justin Schultz being our defensemen. You got our top forward line. We got a top second line. I don't think we need to make many adjustments. I think this Oilers club could pretty much ride it out all the way. And, I got rid of one of our top scorers in Alice Hemsky. I got rid of a great second-line player. Yeah, nothing's coming to us. Like I said, I'm not going to make a trade with anybody unless they offer. Nope, so nothing came through. I just like to open that up to take a peek. So that was the fastest trade deadline I think I've ever been a part of. Wade Redden, no. Mike Linden. Let's view you. Because you're a depth player and you look young. You're a 3-star player. Yeah, no, that's okay. 28. He looks young, though. I do not want you. No, you can go away. Okay. So let's take a look here. We're still in 6th. 3 points up on a playoff spot. Columbus is falling back. So these Western Conference wins are they're pretty big for us right now. What the hell? Calgary's leading the league. What a load of shit. Everybody knows that wouldn't happen. Out of all the Northwest Division teams to take the lead in the conference, I'm sorry, Calgary fans, but you got to admit at this point, too, you guys really don't have the pieces in place to make a play like that. That's Vancouver. That's maybe even Minnesota now. Colorado, too. Potentially could be up there, too. Not Edmonton. I'll admit that. Not Edmonton. And definitely not Calgary. But this year is totally messed up considering I was not a playoff team, yet I'm making a push for the playoffs. So let's sim right through to April 1st, where we're going to play back-to-back games against the best team in the NHL, the Calgary Flames. All right, so we lost that one. That one was in overtime, though, against Detroit. So a point's a point, right? You can't fight with that. Here's New Jersey. They're a sinking ship. And you'll watch, every time I do a Be a GM, New Jersey's always at the bottom. They never recover. And I don't know who's behind the helm for the New Jersey Devils in this game, but he is a blind man in a chainsaw factory. It's just dangerous. Dangerous. And I just made that up. That sounded awesome, too. Give myself credit for that shit. Absolutely. You can quote, you can say I quote, you heard it here first. Blind man in a chainsaw factory. It's a dangerous combination. Nathan McKinnon, yeah. We knew you were going to be good, buddy. We knew it. How did I call that shit? How did I call that, right? Because I do my scouting. I pay attention. I pay attention to TSN like it's my life. For all our American friends, TSN is ESPN, basically. Same shit. Alright, so send our scout back out. Let's go to April 1st. So we are definitely past the 33 win mark. Now we're pushing for that 38 if that is the goal. We're losing we lost to Detroit though. Boo. Boo, Detroit. I don't mind Detroit. I think they're a great team. They have a storied franchise there. There's our 38 win. So we definitely met our our owner's expectations, at least. I'm the GM. That's me. Detroit's got a storied franchise, and a team that can win like that, you have to appreciate what they can do. I mean, one of my best memories is the Oilers whooping Detroit's ass in round 1 of 2006 Stanley Cup playoffs. I mean, that was good. I was at Game 6 for that. I was actually at Game 3, and the Oilers lost. And then I went to Game 6, and that building was absolutely electric. I remember when they scored those 2 goals at the end of the game, and especially the last goal. That was Alex Hemsky, I believe. Unbelievable. The place went crazy. Absolutely crazy. And I know everybody's like, yeah, playoff hockey. We've been there for years. Oilers fans just have no idea what it looks like anymore. I remember. It's at the top of my head right. It's always there. It's always there. So we dropped to 7th. We slipped a bit, but we're still 2 points up on Dallas for a playoff spot. We got to hold them at bay, but we got 2 big games here against Calgary. Vancouver's making a push now for first. They're at 100 points. They're in 4th though, so that's going to be a close race to the end here. That side, it looks like Colorado's going to be last in the league. They'll have the first pick. We're not up there in goals and assists. Hall's kind of fallen off. Eberle's fallen off for assists. Dubnik's up there for wins, ahead of only Mika Kiprasov, and ahead of everybody. So, look at Marian Hossa and Jonathan Toews lead the league in points. Those two. That combination is dirty, dangerous team. Let's see here. If we make the playoffs, odds are we're playing, a team like Calgary. If we make the playoffs now, if it were to go, we play Chicago. Our best bet is to go up one more and play LA, because we beat LA with a 2-0 and had a 2-0 shutout against them. So let's go take a look at our player stats before we continue here. See if we can make a push for these playoffs. Not many games left. We'll actually sim like one game at a time once we get down to the nitty-gritty. So Eberle is at 61, Nugent Hopkins at 55. Yakupov dropped off. He was at what? 40? He was at 40 points. So he only put up 5 points this month. So that's not really acceptable. But hey, he's a rookie. He's putting up 45 points. That's pretty damn good. Justin Schultz is at the same amount of points, and he's a defenseman. That's really good. Awesome. We'll see if he's leading here too. I like to check that out. Let's take a look right now. Defense. This definitely loads a lot quicker. I'll give EA Sports this. When you got to the big lists, it had a hard time populating. So he is in the top now. He's at number 5. Tom Gilbert's there too. Holy shit. If anybody doesn't know, Tom Gilbert was a former Edmonton Oiler. He was actually traded for Nick Schultz. The other Schultz. Oh, you know what? I forgot to change Justin Schultz's number. Let's do that right now before we end this video. Gotta have him in the right number, right? Jersey numbers. Who do we have other captains? I forgot to check that too. Ryan Whitney, Sean Horkoff, and we'll put we'll put Jordan Eberle. I like Eberle as a captain over Hall. Let me quickly just switch. Where is he? Number 8. Does he go by name? Oh, it goes by name. So Nick Schultz or Justin Schultz. He's going to 19. That's what he wears. So there we go. We got that set. All right, guys. So we're going to be making a push for the playoffs in the next video. Stay tuned. We only have 7 games left, and we're going to be going one game at a time so that we can see if we make these playoffs in what would be quite a surprise. All right, guys. We'll catch you on the other side.